So now you're in our room.
Yeah, the living room was too messy. So you might be wondering why we haven't done any videos.
We've been working on Pagan Pride Day things and working on opening up Toad and Broom. Mm-hmm. You can reach us at toadandbroom@gmail.com. However...
Hey, shameless promotion.
Phoenix Pagan Pride was awesome. How many people showed up? Like 700?
Yes, roughly around 700 people. Mm-hmm. It was cool.
We had classes on chaos magic, on tarot, on...
spiritual cleansing. Anthony here did a class on the Santissima, which got pretty good results.
Yeah, I was actually surprised. Because a lot of people don't show up to classes other than, like, certain ones.
Yeah, I did spiritual cleansing. Only 2 people showed up. But I'm always teaching something, and I was kind of glad nobody showed up. Not that I don't like teaching, but I just...
He was busy.
Yes.
He's the main coordinator for Pagan Pride here.
Yeah, and my other coordinator, whose name is Chrissy, this is her last year, and next year Anthony will be helping me and taking over.
I shall be new co-LC.
Yes. So, but,
yeah, I had like around a dozen people for our first class. It's not too bad. They also requested that I turn it into a series of classes here in Phoenix.
Yes, which will be in person, not online. We'll do little talks here and there about it, but nothing really too in-depth online.
Yeah. Anyways, we're back.
Hey, missed you.
And look at this cute new cauldron that Brian got me.
Yeah.
It's cast iron. We got it for $20 at Bookman's.
I'm having issues. This thing's like sealed.
Give me. That's your heart. There's scissors up there.
Yeah, you grab the scissors.
What kind of incense is this?
Frankincense and myrrh.
Ah, I thought so. I like frankincense and myrrh though.
If you wonder what brand, it's Essential Essence.
Yeah.
We got it from before the bookstore closed. I think we still need it. I'm thinking about that. It's still sealed.
Anyways, tonight...
Prepared much? No.
We're going to be talking about...
Thank you.
You're welcome. Petition magic! Maybe we'll be doing a part 2 to this. We don't know yet. Depends on how far in we get. We're already 2 minutes in.
So we're going to try to keep the ramble to a minimum, which is not going to happen.
Yeah. Might as well just stop trying.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
We did get to meet a couple of people who watch our channels. It was awesome. It was nice meeting you this weekend. And we did tell some new people. So, hi. So.
Yeah.
It's too smoky.
It's okay. We look so mystified.
Yes. So, go ahead and you want to start off with petitions?
Okay. I'll start off the next one for you.
Petitions. Writing down what it is that you want, or stating what it is that you want when you're doing spell work, ritual work, that sort of thing. It's kind of a lot of important because I've done work for people in the past, and usually it's said that the universe takes the path of least resistance, and it can give you literally what it is that you're asking for. It can sometimes turn out very comical. I got some stories. Not personal. Well, I have some personal stuff, and then it can also come out very serious and like, oh my God, so was supposed to happen, and complete chaos.
Really? It's how it was supposed to happen.
So this is how you ask for it. So, like I've said before, be careful what you conjure. So it's the same with working with entities too.
I like to view things as if you're speaking to a smartass. Best way to view it. I'm actually drinking water tonight in a World of Warcraft.
I got tea. Iced tea. It's cold here too. I don't know why I'm drinking iced tea.
I love it. It's been like 70 degrees. It's amazing.
No, I don't do cold weather.
It feels like the Exorcist up in here. Anyways.
But, yeah. You want to share some of your stories with petitions gone awry? I'm going to take some notes here.
Petitions gone awry. Let's see. Oh, I have one. Because with petitions, you can also get a little bit more tricky and make them more than just a petition, where you can make the actual writing of it itself its own entire spell. I have an ex who I wanted to dominate, and I wrote down what I wanted. I sung it while I was writing it out and chanted it, and then I drew a picture of a rose with thorns piercing through stuff around it. And then I used Anariva's domination oil, and I put my name over theirs, which incidentally is also binding. I broke it later, but that one turned into a stalker for a long 7 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I dominate you, and you will listen to what I say. So he stayed away from me. Kind of. He would stay parked a block away from where I lived and just sit there.
That's
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, why'd you call the cops on me? I was like,
no reason. Just felt like it.
just because, I mean, you're not being totally weird, just park there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your turn.
Well, one of mine, I have one with different ones. I used to work with clients and do a lot of client work, but I've seen people ask for weird things. I had one woman who wanted to pay off all her bills, so I fixed her money drawing kit.
That one's...
And I told
that
her,
sucks.
write down what it is you want on a square of parchment. Okay, but, and I tell this to everybody, be careful what you wish for.
It's not monkey paw or genie lamp.
Yeah, monkey paw syndrome, I guess you'd call it, but, it's very, like I said, the universe can be very straightforward and it can seem sarcastic, but in actuality, it's us. That's the issue, not the universe. So, she wrote down her petition. I want to pay off all my bills. She calls me about 2 weeks later after everything's done, panicking and upset. And so she's like, oh my God, they're taking, they're garnishing wages for my paycheck and all this other stuff like that. And some of my back taxes are coming back. And I told her, I was like, well, what did you write for your petition? I don't know, I don't have it. Oh, it's at home. Okay, well, give me a call when you get home and calm down. So she goes home, she calls me later on that evening. And I was like, okay, what does your petition say? I want to pay off all my bills. Okay. So what's the problem? They're taking out money from my accounts and all this other stuff like that and garnishing my wages. What did you ask for? I said I wanted to pay off all my bills. Think about this for a moment. What's going on? I'm paying off my... Oh, yeah. So that was one of those things she had to write out a little bit of when we finally got everything squared away. But yeah, so be careful what you wish for.
Whatever happened with her?
She moved into a new house after we got everything squared away, but she also wanted things done like instantly. Like, I'm not a genie lamp, sorry. I do the work, but it's got to follow a natural flow. It's got to follow a natural flow of events. I mean, that's my thing.
It's because those ones you have to light weird. I hate lighting cones. They're a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you can also write out petitions and burn them.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, a spell I hijacked from Silver Ravenwolf that I found works, and I'm very picky with spells. I know it's a touchy subject whenever it brings her up, but the spell that I like to use that I hijacked from her was write out the petition, you set it on fire, and you drop it into a fire-safe container, hence my pretty cauldron.
Mm-hmm.
And the spell she had was, as paper gives way to flame, the essence of the word remains, fire destroy and fire create, let what's written now be fate.
I think we've done that a couple times.
We have, but my candle over there started crackling.
I think that was the incense.
No, I heard it from back there. It's my candle on Hecate's shrine.
Okay. So, but yeah, so when you write petitions, be careful what you ask for. If you're doing stuff for like money, Silver Ravenwolf does a really good safety clause in her work. For the good of all and with harm towards none. In no way shall the spell reverse or place upon me any curse. It's actually taken from two different writers. I can't remember what the other one's name is right now. But that's always a good one. I usually put that into my spell work, especially when it comes to love spells or money spells for clients. That way they don't end up with stalkers. I've had one person...
zombies.
Yeah. I had one woman who tried doing a love spell, but her,
I like that story.
wasn't very specific. Well, she was specific on what she asked for.
She wanted a sugar daddy, not a
Yes,
splendid
she
daddy.
did. She wanted somebody who was going to be generous with her financially, somebody who was going to pay for all of her stuff, somebody who was going to take care of her and her kids, somebody who was going to give her money and take her on trips. She did the work. She met somebody who actually did all of that.
They were some kind of doctor.
Yeah, but unfortunately they weren't compatible sexually. And she was complaining about it nonstop. So, again, but she did get what she wanted. So later on, when she tried doing the work again after she got dumped for being a, what do you call it? Gold digger.
One way to put
it. Yeah, when she got dumped for being a gold digger, we put down, she rewrote her petition and she met somebody, and I haven't heard from her since, so I'm assuming everything's okay, but she did put down sexually compatible.
Finally.
Yes. One of the good things to do when doing love petitions is write down the type of relationship that you want. Not what it is you're looking for in a person, unless you want somebody who's going to spoil you, pay for everything for you, give you money. But
if you're gonna be a hooker, be honest. And we were giving disclaimers about our YouTube videos too, about Pagan Pride.
yes, we did tell everybody we're not very professional. So, yay.
I like to use certain words a lot.
Yes, he does. So, now, tools for writing petitions. Pen.
Paper. Parchment.
You can use regular paper.
Mm-hmm. I've also used brown paper bag without a problem.
Oh, yeah, me too. So,
Trip and leave the incense alone. It smells good.
it's still going to smell down here. I think it's just too smoky right there.
Oh. Or you can use a quill, if you prefer. Yeah, I jack up the quill because I'm left-handed and he's right-handed.
Yeah. Specialty inks. Common. Dragon's blood.
That was nasty. I'm sorry, but something was here and I had to...
Dove's blood. There's another type that's called... There's different types. Bat's blood, which is used for cursing and hexing. Dragon's blood is used for general petitions. Sometimes people use it for cursing and hexing too. Dove's blood is usually used for love spells, that sort of thing.
Peaceful home.
Yeah. And there's certain ways to make them. Some of the inks can be very watery, like this brand, unfortunately.
Which one's that one? The Panorama one?
Yeah. It's very watery, so if you use a regular dip pen in it, it's not gonna... The ink doesn't catch on the little well thingy. So you have to use... Yeah, so you have to use one of those. And the way these work is actually, it's cut at an angle. You can see it. I don't know if you can see it, but if you can see it.
Kind of, not really.
Yeah. And then there's a little crack going down the middle. That way the ink rises up here and holds it in. So when you're writing, it slowly releases the ink.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some
it's
really...
like a pen.
Yeah. There's some really good tutorials on how to make quill pens and everything like that. But if you use one of the metal ones, the fountain pens, yeah,
they're pretty.
They are, but they don't really catch this ink better. They're more made for India ink.
Mm-hmm.
So,
also with the inks, you can make it yourself with the regular, different style type inks out of different composite materials. I guess would be. Oh no, that's not the right way to say it. Different inks made of different things, and then you can also add in your herbs, specific oils. You have to measure it out properly, otherwise your ink's gonna be really messed up.
yeah, there's an old recipe that calls for like kerosene lamp black. Lamp black is this stuff. You can see the candle.
Isn't it like basically it's soup?
Yep, it's soot or charcoal. Like powdered gall nuts, different herbs that are blackened, and then you add a little bit of oil and water and mix it all together in your pestle and water, and then you use that to write with. But these ones, I'm pretty sure these are just watered down red ink.
But you also added your own stuff to it too.
Yeah, traditionally Dragon's Blood ink usually has other things to it. This is just ink.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, even if you look online, you can actually find tutorials on how to make like your own types of ink and everything like that. So, yeah. I've made them a couple times, and I have a vial around here that I made. I just don't know where it went, but it came out really bright color.
Yeah, I'll talk to you about what else I want to experiment with. But yeah, I mean that's pretty basic. I think we have it down pretty well for that. Should we go over what else we were thinking about?
Yes. What?
We'll go over sigil magic basics.
Yes. For this, you just need a piece of paper and a pen. Doesn't have to be magical or anything like that, because what happens is you're going to write down your statement of intent. What it is that you want to happen.
So. Very good book on that. Well, is there any books you'd recommend on it?
I like
Libernal and Psychonaut, also by Carol, was pretty good. But yeah. There's that Frater UD one.
Yes, Practical Sigil Magic. It's a good book. There's another one by Phil, I think it was Phil Cooper. Was it Hein or Cooper?
It's Hein, Phil Hein.
Phil Hein?
Was it Condensed Chaos? Or
no, it's another one. It's just on Sigil Magic. I think it's Philip Cooper.
Oh, maybe.
I'll double check. I had a copy of it. I loaned it out to somebody. And it's kind of
with our Frater UD one.
Yeah.
No, that one I just lost. I don't know what that
is. Okay. So if you're writing on a statement of intent, you'd write down something along the lines of,
This my will
to attract paying customers, or this my will to regain my health. This my will to be in full health. The way that you write that out is very important.
This my will to make others obey me.
Yeah. So yeah, and what you're going to do is you're going to make a little sigil or a little glyph of what it is that you're doing.
But first, you're going to write it all out.
Yes. This my will to...
Just use the one from Frater UD's book. Have the strength of a tiger.
Oops.
Yeah.
the strength.
Mm-hmm. Of a tiger. Yeah.
Of tiger.
Yes. Give me a piece of paper and we'll both do our own sigils for it.
Now, does language matter? Not really, no. You can write it in any language that you want. You can either use magic scripts like Theban.
Do you want half this paper?
Magi. Yeah, I can go ahead and take half.
Okay, yeah.
Stuff like that. That way you can... Well, I can go ahead and just write it down here. So here we have my statement of intent.
Oh.
What?
And then, okay, I'm going to let you finish.
Okay.
Because I'm going to pay attention to the letters after they're crossed out because I don't feel like writing them out and crossing them out.
So you're going to cross out all your repeating letters. Some people say to cross out your alphabets. Experiment with it.
Your vowels?
Yes.
You mean?
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, it's been a long weekend. But cross out your vowels. So in this case, I don't like to cross out my vowels. I just leave them in.
I don't either.
So you take all your repeating letters. T-H-I-S-M-Y-W. One L. You're going to leave out the I as well. Leave out the T.
You have an O left.
H we have already here.
Yeah. We're going to keep...
A-V-E-T-H-E. We already have those.
S we have S-E-R.
E-N.
We need an N.
G-T-H we have. O we have. F we need.
And we have everything else already.
Yeah. So this would be like so. You might want to pause it just in case.
Well, you didn't cross out the ones above either, but...
Yeah, you don't have to cross it out. I just write them down here that way, because if I cross it out, then I kind of... Well, what you do is you make a little symbol out of it. So...
Now let me see those letras.
It can be any form. It can be very sigilized or very simple.
Yeah, we do ours very similar, and you can tell what people's background is, too, sometimes by the way they make them.
Yeah.
What's the way that a lot of Golden Dawn people make it?
They use the... It was...
I've noticed that with some Golden Dawn.
I forgot what it was called. It's the rose petal thingy.
Yeah, I'm like...
It's
like that.
Yeah, the rose petal and the rose cross, and they'll like go to different sigils or different letters, but it's the Hebrew alphabet. Some people will transform the Hebrew letters into English, and they make zigzags all over this rose, the little rose glyph thingy. O-R-E... So everybody has their own style. It can be as artistic or as simple as you want. Some people will put down maybe like a couple of different lines. It all matters up to you. It's a really common form of magic that's used by chaos magicians. It was made publicized, more public by
Phil Hine.
Not Phil Hine. It was
Carroll.
Not Pete Carroll. It was another guy. He was an artist.
Austin
Spares. Yes.
Austin Spare.
Yes.
Guillaume Spare.
A.O. Spares.
Oh yeah, I'm jumping off the camera.
Yeah, he was really involved in the occult right around the late 1800s, I believe. He was supposed to have been initiated into a coven, and a lot of his modules for magic have actually become adopted by different traditions, like chaos magic, sigilization. But I've also seen other people do different forms of this. And let me show you my final sigil letters.
Almost. I kept like looking at yours and looking at your sigil. I was like, get that out of here.
So it all depends on how you want to do it. But some people will do it with runes, creating a bind rune. But that's a whole different thing, and you probably want to do more research before you start putting those, because the symbols for the bind runes have different meanings, so you end up with different things in it. But here's how my sigil looks. So if you look at it closely, you see there's a letter T, S, H, M, Y, W, L, O, A, V, E, R, N, G, and F in there, all mixed up. That's how I usually do my sigils. I like to have my more, Gawishic sigilized look to it.
Where mine is a little bit different. So mine came out like this. And you can also, I know some people like to make theirs look a little bit cooler. They make it more wavy. They try to make it look like a veve. A lot of people like to add a bunch of pitchforks, depending on my kind of mood or what paradigm I'm in. I'll go with that.
Yeah, I just do it like this. And what you would do is you would charge these up and launch them.
There are many ways to launch.
Oops, come up over.
Failure to launch.
But, so, you have your little paper. Some people will look at them and hold their breath. it's called death posture. If you look up in the, chaos magic books, they usually talk about that, and you go to the point where you're just about ready to pass out, and then you take a deep breath. But you don't want to do that if you have heart problems.
No.
Disclaimer. So.
Yeah. Another way that I found works pretty good is go into traffic, but chug a big bottle of water.
Mm-hmm. What I've done in the past is I've made some of these and put them on little cards, and I've stuck them in bathrooms, especially at a bar. That instant relief puts you into that gnosis state, where the sigil is more accepted, so it launches.
It charges it.
It charges and launches it for you to help you manifest your goals.
Via other people, so it's like making people unknowingly cast spells for you.
Yeah.
So that's why I said, also it's strong physical release. Mm-hmm. So that's why I was like, yeah, chug a big bottle of water and go into your car and drive around in rush hour. Mm-hmm. Whenever you go to the bathroom, stare at your sigil and you're all good to go.
Yeah, he was sneezing a lot earlier today too, and I told him, draw a sigil, launch it.
Get it on my hand.
Yeah, so every time he would sneeze, he would look at it, because when you get that sneeze and you get it out, it's like, that sort of thing. Some people use like orgasms. They do the deed and then they look at the sigil right after orgasm to help launch it off.
You can burn them. You can concentrate on them. Something I did and freaked him out, and it was awesome. We were in a ritual one night, and I was staring, and you can also make little chants to go with your sigil based on the letters of it that are left, and you can rearrange them, make them into a simple chant, like a small phrase, a word or two. But I was doing that and just staring intently at it with deep, heavy breathing. Right when I was ready to launch it, I just slapped the hell out of myself, and my face was bright red. It worked.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, he thought that I, broke something, because I, really slapped the hell out of myself.
It was hilarious. The next day he had his cheek
bright
red.
Yeah. Keep your pimp pants strong.
Yeah. The other way you can use these is you create them, and you can use a marker and put it onto a candle, or you can carve it into a candle. I've actually seen people who have drawn these on sidewalks. Mm-hmm. They'll go into the color correspondences, that sort of thing. And every once in a while, I'll see them just different areas of town when I'm out for a walk or something like that. So you can do that. Mm-hmm. So, but sigil magic, you can really take it to different levels. You can make it as advanced or simple as you want to. But
it's a good place to start, especially with petitions. It kind of makes it easier, because I don't really like petitions, because I think it takes up a lot of room under the candle. And I'm like, what if I can set on fire?
You can condense it. And what really works well is you write a bunch of sigils for stuff that you want. Put it, and then just put them on different index cards, and then put them to where you can get them when you're going to launch them. You can do long-winded rituals where you're invoking this and that and then burn them, or you can just slap yourself.
Yeah, or you can spin around until you vomit, and while you're vomiting, you can launch it that way.
Yeah, that's one way of spinning gnosis. Gnosis is going to altered state of consciousness, and you do the whirling dervish thing where you're looking at your hand and you're just spinning and spinning and spinning. And
make sure there's no pointed objects or corners around.
Yes. So, but yeah, be careful when you're doing some of these things. One way that I would do it too is I would get really technical with it. So I'd have my sigil drawn, and I would dress it with a fluid condenser. It's like an oil, but it's alcohol based. And then I would draw specific invoking pentagrams, chant divine names, it was manifest that, long-winded ceremonial type stuff. And then I would just get off my lighter and poof.
That sounds cute. It sounds like flash paper.
Ooh. Yeah, you can actually do it with flash paper. There's one method that Constantinos, I think is how you say his name, put in one of his books on...
Which one was it? The Summoning Spirits one?
No, I think it's his
Nocturnicon.
I think it was that.
I haven't even read that. We got it the other day.
I read it.
I read it at
all. I
all.
really didn't care for it.
Doesn't he dumb down a lot of other books in it?
Kind of, but I don't remember too much of it. But what he'll do is he has you put potassium nitrate, also known as saltpeter, and the form of your sigil. Put it on a board and ignite it, and just.
If you're carrying,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Okay. Anyways, so if you're carrying saltpeter around with you, make sure you label it. Mm-hmm. I actually have a funny story about this, because I was at work one night at my previous job where we have to do bag checks, and I was the shift manager, so I was checking everyone's stuff. I had to get mine checked. So one of the few guys, the only other male employee there was checking my bag, and he's like, "Anthony, man, do you have a coke problem or something? What's wrong? You have a book by some something that about chaos magic. It was the Libernal and Psychonaut. I had it in my bag, and he found my little thing of saltpeter. He's like, because while I was putting papers away in the office, he was like flipping through the book after he checked my bag. I was like, "You lazy little fucker," excuse me, and he was like, "Dude, these are some trippy thoughts on stuff, but do you have a coke problem?"
Yeah, a little.
I had a baggie of saltpeter in my bag.
Yes.
I was like, "No, man, that's saltpeter. Why do you have explosives?" It's like, it's not enough to like blow up a car or anything.
No,
it was a tiny baggie. It was like half an ounce of saltpeter. We were actually given it by a friend who was like, "All right, I had to bag this, but here's some extra. I just have it." I was like, "Oh, cool, free saltpeter makes incense."
Yeah, we usually use it for mixing into incense and stuff like that. It helps it to ignite a little bit better.
Can't we make gunpowder?
Yes, it is possible.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make gunpowder.
But no, we won't.
It's used in a lot of spell work, hoodoo-wise.
I know, but we ain't gonna do it. We are very messy. We're gonna mislabel something. That's the reason why we're not gonna do it.
Oh, you mean like how I dropped goofer dust on my knee the other day?
Yep.
Label your products.
Important. And do so in good penmanship.
Hey, I can read my writing. So, because I don't feel like holding on to this. I don't know what you're doing. We have a perfectly good fire source right there.
Okay. So, let's get started.
I'm trying to figure out which way I want to launch it.
Excuse me. When you're also lighting petitions or doing sigils, make sure that you're not going to set off your smoke detector. I was doing...
take the batteries out.
Yes, some rituals once, and mid-ritual, I'm in a frenzy, and I'm feeling all powerful and mighty. Yeah, right. And smoke alarm went off. I was like, crap.
Yeah, I was doing the same thing once. I was doing a love spell for someone with the 2 figure candles and the ribbon and the bed of rose petals and like 5 candles around it to juice it up. And the smoke alarm went off because the ribbon caught fire on the figure candles.
Yeah.
It was 4 a.m. and I was living with my grandmother at the time. Oh, the joys.
So, I'm trying to focus on this, and all of a sudden I got Katy Perry's song stuck in my head.
Which one? Firework?
Strength of a Tiger.
Oh.
Yeah,
Eye of the tiger, whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Where she's talking about tiger's eye rocks.
Eye of the tiger.
Roar.
Yes.
That one.
Yeah. I'm going to take my gay card away because I don't listen to much of their...
Yeah, well, my gay card almost got taken away at work the other day, apparently.
Yeah.
And you could actually probably use that song as a chant for launching a sigil. I use music a lot in spell work. I use lyrics for chants. Or you can use a lot of things. But I like using song lyrics because you already have it built in your head. And when you're driving down the road, you can focus on it. Probably shouldn't, but this is what I do. Disclaimer, don't do what I do. Do what you know you should probably not do or do.
Yeah, he's not going to be driving anywhere much on his own anymore if he does
Oh,
that.
I've always been driving.
Yeah. So, you get it? Focus on it. Sorry, quiet. Okay. Then I ignite it. And you can say a chant if you want to. Whoops, didn't light. For me, it doesn't really matter. Some people are like, it didn't light, it means something. Don't worry so much, it just means I was holding it inappropriately in this case. So, ow. I'm going to have the strength of a tiger soon. See how that works out. Do need to go back to the gym. So, yeah, these sigils can be as simple or as complex as you want them to be. Make sure you use fire-safe dish.
I got the eye of the... Or... Oh, well, I wasn't really focused on this one, so...
Yeah.
Sample sigils. Focus more than I did there, because I'm like, oh, well, they're on camera. I'm sure they're going to be bored watching me try to launch a sigil with them staring.
Should have slapped yourself.
I was actually thinking about it. I'm like, nah, they don't get the satisfaction.
Yeah, you would have just said, oh, what the fuck? Look on my face. I'm like, what?
Oh, again?
No.
No, just kidding.
Also, watching a scary movie and having sigils around your TV or computer work. I've done that.
As long as it can actually scare you.
Yes, and I've done the same with video games when I'm playing Mortal Kombat. I'll tape something up on there and just start playing. But it looks like we're coming up on half an hour too because there was a lot of dead silence. Sorry about that. And hopefully we're going to have another video up soon.
Mm-hmm. Actually, Connie suggested one that I know we need to work on. If not tonight, tomorrow we'll work on it.
Hi, Connie.
Ow, my pinky popped.
So,
Good day.
good night, everybody.
Night.